keep telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow, you'll wake up early. Tomorrow, your mind will be clear. Tomorrow, you'll finally feel quiet inside. But tomorrow comes, and it feels exactly the same noise, the same thoughts, the same endless loop in your head that never seems to stop. And you sit there, staring at nothing, thinking about everything. Why did I say that yesterday? What if I fail? What if something goes wrong? Why can't I just switch off? It's exhausting, isn't it? Because it's not just thinking, it's constant thinking. Relentless. Like your mind doesn't have an off switch. Even when your body is tired, your mind keeps going. Even when the room is silent, your thoughts are loud. And sometimes, you don't even know what you're thinking about anymore. It's just noise. A quiet kind of chaos. Maybe no one else sees it. From the outside, you look fine. You smile when you have to. You nod when people talk. You do what needs to be done. But inside, it's busy, crowded, heavy. Your mind feels like a room where everything is happening at once and nothing is being resolved. And the worst part? You've started to believe this is just who you are. That maybe you're just an overthinker. That maybe this is your personality. That maybe your mind is just broken in some way. But it isn't. There's a reason your mind never stops thinking. A real reason. And once you see it, everything starts to feel a little less confusing. Think about the last time you tried to relax. You sat down, maybe picked up your phone, or just stared out the window. You told yourself, just rest for a bit. But within seconds, your mind started moving. Did I reply to that message? What if they're upset with me? I should be doing something right now. I'm wasting time. I'm falling behind. And suddenly, resting doesn't feel like rest anymore. It feels like guilt. So you get up, you distract yourself, you scroll, you watch something. You keep yourself busy, not because you want to, but because silence feels uncomfortable. Because when everything goes quiet outside, your mind gets louder inside. And maybe at night, it gets worse. You lie in bed, lights off, everything still, and that's when it begins. Every mistake you've ever made, every awkward moment, every fear about the future, they all show up, one by one. Like your brain saved them all. Just for this moment, you replay conversations. I shouldn't have said that. Why did I do that? They probably think I'm stupid. You imagine scenarios that haven't even happened. What if I mess this up? What if things go wrong? What if I'm not good enough? And the more you try to stop thinking, the worse it gets. Because now you're thinking about thinking. Why can't I just sleep? What's wrong with me? Why is my mind like this? Let me tell you something gently. There's nothing wrong with you. Your mind isn't broken. It's just trying to protect you. But it learned the wrong way to do it. Your mind thinks that by thinking more, it can keep you safe. If it replays the past, maybe you won't make the same mistake again. If it worries about the future, maybe you'll be prepared. If it analyzes every little detail, maybe nothing will go wrong. So it keeps going. Again and again. Not to hurt you, but to help you. The problem is, it doesn't know when to stop. Somewhere along the way, your brain learned that being alert, being aware, being cautious, was necessary. Maybe you grew up in an environment where you had to be careful. Maybe you were judged. Maybe you were criticized. Maybe you felt like you had to get things right all the time. So your mind adapted. It became sharp, observant, always scanning, always thinking, because thinking felt like control, and control felt like safety. But now, that same habit is exhausting you, because life isn't something you can fully control. No matter how much you think, you can't predict everything. No matter how much you analyze, you can't avoid every mistake. And yet your mind keeps trying, like a machine that doesn't realize the job is impossible. There's a moment, you might recognize it. You're sitting somewhere quiet, maybe on your own, and suddenly you realize, I've been thinking for the past 20 minutes, and I don't even know about what. That's when it hits. This isn't thinking anymore. This is overthinking. And overthinking isn't clarity. It's noise. Clarity feels different. Clarity is calm, simple, straightforward. But overthinking, it feels messy, complicated, endless. It doesn't give you answers. It just gives you more questions. And slowly, it starts to affect everything. You hesitate more. You doubt yourself more. You struggle to make decisions. Even small ones feel heavy. What should I say? What if it's wrong? What if they judge me? So you stay quiet. Or you over-explain. Or you replay it later, wishing you did something different. You start living in your head, instead of in your life. Moments pass, but you're not really there. You're thinking about the moment instead of feeling it, and that's where it becomes painful. Because deep down, you don't want to think this much. You just want a bit of peace, a bit of silence, a moment where your mind finally rests. Here's something most people don't realize. You don't need to stop your thoughts. You just need to stop fighting them. The more you try to force your mind to be quiet, the louder it becomes. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you grip, the more it slips away. Instead, what if you just let the thoughts be there? Not chasing them, not analyzing them, not trying to fix them, just noticing them, like clouds passing in the sky. They come, they go, and you don't have to follow every single one. At first, it feels strange, because you're used to engaging with every thought, arguing with it, solving it, expanding it, but slowly, you begin to see something. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every thought is true. And not every thought needs an answer. That voice in your head, it sounds convincing. It feels urgent. But it's not always right. Sometimes it's just noise, old fears, old patterns, old habits, playing on repeat. And when you stop feeding them, they start to lose their power. Not immediately, not overnight, but gradually, the space between your thoughts gets wider. The noise gets softer. The silence becomes less scary. And in that silence, you find something you've been missing. Yourself, not the overthinking version of you, not the anxious voice in your head, just you, calm, present. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to control every outcome. You don't need to analyze every detail. Life isn't asking for perfection. It's asking for presence. So the next time your mind starts racing, don't panic. Don't fight it. Just pause and gently remind yourself, these are just thoughts, not facts, not truths, just thoughts. And then, come back to your breath, to your body, to this moment. Even if it's just for a few seconds, that's enough, because peace doesn't come from having no thoughts. It comes from not being controlled by them. There will still be days when your mind feels loud, days when the thoughts come back stronger. That's okay. It doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're human. But now, you understand something you didn't before. Your mind isn't your enemy. It's just been trying too hard to protect you. And now, you're teaching it a new way, a quieter way, a softer way. And maybe, not today, maybe not even tomorrow, but one day, you'll sit in silence, and it won't feel uncomfortable. It will feel peaceful. And in that moment, you'll realize, your mind didn't need to stop thinking, you just needed to stop listening to every single thought. And finally, for the first time in a long time, you'll feel it, that quiet, that calm, that space inside you, that was always there, waiting.